Have you ever met someone who seemed to take over your mind? Someone you thought about constantly? Someone whose text messages could instantly change your mood? Someone who occupied your thoughts even when they weren't around? You told yourself it was love. Maybe it was. But sometimes it's something else entirely. Because your brain can become addicted to people. And once you understand why, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. The story of the gambler. Imagine a gambler sitting at a slot machine. He pulls the lever. Nothing happens. He pulls it again. Still nothing. Then, suddenly, jackpot. His brain floods with excitement. The reward wasn't guaranteed, and that's exactly why it felt so powerful. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. Many relationships work the same way. Sometimes a person gives you attention. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're warm. Sometimes they're distant. And your brain becomes obsessed with figuring out when the next reward is coming. The uncertainty creates the addiction, not the person.
Lesson 1. Dopamine loves uncertainty. Most people believe dopamine is the chemical of pleasure, but that's only half the story. Dopamine is actually the chemical of anticipation. It gets excited about what might happen. That's why unpredictable people can become so addictive. You never know what version of them you're going to get. Your brain starts chasing emotional rewards. A text message, a compliment, a phone call, a moment of affection. And each reward feels more valuable because it wasn't guaranteed.
Lesson 2. Your brain confuses intensity with love. Let me tell you something many people learn too late. Intensity is not always love. Chaos is not connection. Obsession is not intimacy. But your brain doesn't always know the difference. When emotions run high, your mind assumes something important must be happening. The emotional roller coaster feels meaningful, powerful, special. But often, you're becoming attached to the emotional highs and lows rather than the person themselves. Lesson 3. The power of unfinished stories. Have you noticed something? People who treat us well are often easier to forget than people who leave us confused. Why? Because the human brain hates unfinished stories. It wants answers, closure, resolution. When someone disappears unexpectedly, sends mixed signals, or leaves questions unanswered, your mind keeps returning to them. Not because they're perfect, because your brain is trying to solve a puzzle. And puzzles are difficult to forget. Lesson 4. You may be chasing a feeling. Years ago, I watched a man spend months thinking about someone who had already left his life. He believed he missed her. But after many conversations, he realized something surprising. He didn't miss the person. He missed how she made him feel. Wanted, important, exciting, seen. And that's a powerful lesson. Sometimes we're not addicted to people, we're addicted to emotions. Lesson 5. Loneliness magnifies attachment. The emptier we feel inside, the more powerful emotional connections become. When life lacks meaning, excitement, purpose, or connection, one person can start feeling like everything. And that's dangerous, because no single person should carry the weight of your entire happiness. The stronger your relationship with yourself becomes, the less likely you are to become emotionally dependent on someone else. The biggest lesson. Here's what I learned after years of studying human behavior. The people who control your mind aren't always the people you love. They're often the people who trigger your strongest emotional patterns, your fears, your hopes, your insecurities, your need for validation. And until you understand those patterns, you'll keep calling addiction love.
So, the next time you can't stop thinking about someone, ask yourself a simple question. Do I miss them? Or do I miss how they made me feel? That single question can reveal a truth your emotions have been hiding. I'm Brainy. And remember, the strongest mind isn't the one that never gets attached. It's the one that understands why.
If you enjoyed this lesson, like and subscribe to join us for more psychology, human behavior, and hidden life lessons. Until next time, keep thinking deeper.